Duarte uses his power to tip the balance in close eliminator against Sims. It is far from the first time in the career of American Kenneth Sims Jr. that he has found himself in a close fight that was difficult to score, having had bouts of this kind against nearly all the demanding opponents he has faced. However, last night at the University of Illinois in Chicago, United States, Sims Jr. fought in the super lightweight division against an opponent like Mexican Oscar Duarte, who had the power and persistence to tip the balance when the rounds were very even. Thus, Duarte earned a well-deserved majority decision victory with scorecards of 114 to 114, 115 to 113, 116 to 112. Bastion Boxing scored at 115 to 113. As expected, this was a clash of contrasting styles, with Sims Jr. having the edge in technique and agility, and Duarte being the aggressive puncher with less finesse. Accordingly, the fight unfolded between Sims Jr.'s good jab work and clever right hands from long range, which he paired with defensive maneuvers, and Duarte's constant pressure as he sought to land power punches either individually or in combinations. In this dynamic, both showed uneven effectiveness throughout the bout and even within the same round. However, generally speaking, during the first 7 rounds it was Duarte who had the better results. Sims Jr. spent too much time trying to keep his opponent at bay with jabs and sparse straight punches, a tactic that didn't yield sufficient results. Duarte frequently managed to close the distance and unleash powerful hooks that outmatched Sims Jr.'s jab work, and the local fighter was even slightly hurt by a lead hand hook in the 3rd round. As a side note, the 4th round, which was shaping up to be a good one for the Mexican, only lasted 2 minutes. Having to endure Duarte's charges regularly until past the halfway point of the fight, Sims Jr. seemed to lose mobility, and from the 7th round on, he spent more time pinned against the ropes. Curiously, though, in the final third of the bout, without moving as much and only adjusting his position as needed, the American managed to consistently find openings for clear counterpunches, taking advantage of Duarte's exposure as he tried to land his heavy shots. In this way, Sims Jr. managed to narrow the scorecard significantly, although Duarte's persevering offensive output allowed him to steal a few more rounds and secure a commendable victory against a tricky, highly competent opponent who has never been widely beaten in his career. Since this bout was yet another WBA eliminator, the organization has been staging many lately, along with numerous fights for secondary belts. Duarte should theoretically be positioned for a title shot against champion Gary Antoine Russell. However, considering that his promoter is surely aware that Duarte has technical and tactical limitations that would cost him dearly against elite opposition, it's not out of the question that the fighter ends up facing WBA interim titleholder Alessandro Rigaccini, a puncher yet to be tested at the top level, or that Golden Boy and the WBA come up with another solution, such as a fight for a vacant regular belt. Thanks for watching. More info on our website.